guys, I know I look like a crazy line right now, but I just blow dried my hair. Just to skim past all the steps, I just shampooed and conditioned. I let the conditioner sit for like 20 minutes and then I rinsed it out, and then I did everything in sections. So I did 4 sections, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and I put some of my bamboo anti-breakage thermal protective spray, and I put about 4 squirts into each section, and then I just combed it through. And then I put some of my Carol's Daughter Manoy Repairing Split End Healer or Sealer. I put some of that on, just a small, kind of like a pea-sized amount onto each section, and then I just blow dried it with the paddle. So here I am now. So I'm just going to add a little bit of extra heat protectiveness, and it's my Kiehls Heat Protective Silk Straightening Cream. So I'm just going to take a small amount of this, not a lot. I don't like heavy weight down here. So maybe about this much per section. And then kind of just go through it like that. Section up. But basically, as I go around section to section, then that way this section will be absorbed, and that way I won't get too much steam and smoke when I start flat ironing my hair. So, just gonna add some of that. Start at the ends and then work my way up. This silk straightening cream, it really helps with frizz and the humidity, and it makes your hair really shiny and sleek looking, so I love it. I've been using this same tube for about 4 years now. I mean, I don't straighten my hair. Oh, what am I doing? I talk too much, I'm not even paying attention. But I don't even straighten my hair more than maybe 3 times a month is a lot. That's like the maximum. So if you think about it, I only use it about 36 times a year. Okay, I'm getting too technical, but yeah. 4 years it's lasted me. But I mean, I use other things too. That's not the only thing I use to heat protect, so I guess in conjunction with everything else, it's kind of lasted a long time. But anyway, getting chit-chatty. So now that I look like a Cinnabon, I'm gonna do one piece in the back, and I can show you basically the sizing of the piece. So you want something about this size, and even this is kind of big actually. It can go a little smaller than that. Well, just because it's the back, and the back is a little bit looser in texture, so it straightens a lot easier. So I'm going to take a comb. You need one of these. So I'm going to take the comb. It's fine tooth, and it has the tail at the end. These are really convenient because when you chase the flat iron, it helps to really get everything smooth like that. So what I do is I get a couple passes at my roots, put the comb in place, and then I just chase it. Just like that. It's about this big. Make sure I get the roots really well. Very important to get the roots. Okay, so I have the back completed, as you can see. I don't know if I can get all of it into the frame. But basically, I'm going to show you with this side. I have the iron on in the middle between 2 and 3 and a little bit over 3. So like at the very beginning of 3. I don't know what that temperature is, but that's where I'm at right now. This is the correct temperature for my hair texture. But if you have a finer hair texture, you might want to try for a lower temperature. And if you have something a little bit more coarse than me, then you might want to go a little bit higher. But the heat protectant that I have protects up to 428 degrees, which I'm sure I'm not even touching. I think I'm about 350 at the max. I don't even think I'm going any higher than that. So basically, what I'm going to do is just take a very small section very small section. The smaller the section, the better the better the flat iron result you'll get, because that means that the heat is being evenly distributed. If you have a thick section, sometimes the hairs in the middle won't straighten the way you want them to. So you just want to get a really nice thin section. That way you know that all of the hairs are being straightened. So you just take your flat iron, and what I do is I do the roots first. So I go over maybe twice, like that, and then go about halfway down. And then I take my comb with the tail, and I just place it right here. And the finer the comb, the better. If you have a wide tooth comb, it's not really holding the hair taut and the ends taut, or it's really smoothing it all. So if you have a fine tooth comb, it's really going to grab onto those hairs and it's going to pull it taut for you. So we're just going to chase the flat iron with the comb, or the comb with the flat iron. And then you should have something like this. Now, I normally don't have to go over my strands twice. Thicker section, maybe I'll go over it just once more, but the front is a little bit more fun than the back anyway, so I just go over that once. And there's also other techniques for straightening your hair, such as the angle that you straighten it in. If you have more of an angle to your hair, it's going to curl it under. You can curl it this way, and it's going to curl it away from your face, or you can just go straight down to get a really straight, sleek look. So I like to sort of bend my flat iron in a little bit, so that way I get like a slight bump. So I'm just going to do my roots, and I'm getting really close to make sure my roots are straight. And then I'm just going to chase that with my flat iron. Go all the way down to the ends, and then you just see how it sort of curls right under like that. So I'm just going to keep on going for this section. So I'm getting a really thin section. And I'm just going to get really close to my root. I'm going to get my comb. I'm just going to chase it. And any steam that's coming up is probably from your heat protectant. And I love this flat iron because it just, your hair glides through it, doesn't, get caught and skip. Like, it literally just glides through. And then I can get all my little baby hairs straight. Just get really close like that. So I'm just gonna keep on going. And then what I'm gonna do is, since it's kind of wide this way, I'm gonna just split that right in half. And then from now on, I'm just gonna do little half width pieces just to make sure get it really nice and smooth. But really, you just have to take your time. The more you take your time, the better the result will be. If you kind of rush through it, and it's not going to be smooth, not going to be as straight as it can be. And then you'll have to go over sections repeatedly, which is not good for your hair. Now, really fine pieces like that don't necessarily need to be chased with the comb. Like the very front of my hair, I don't chase, especially like this part here. I just want to get the root though. Alright, so I have about this much done. I have this much left. And I just wanted to show you what it would look like to straighten your top layers. So if you have shorter layers like me at the top, then I'll show you how to curl them under, so that way you can get a really nice sort of feathered, layered look. So just comb out your section. I'm splitting this in half again. Now I'm going to go straight up. That creates volume, and it also makes your roots as straight as possible. So that way, if you want to flip your hair this way or flip your hair that way, it's not going to be directional. So I basically just go straight up and down like that. Well, not down, but just straight up. And then I take the comb And with my hand in the back of my head and my, my iron hand, basically what I'm going to do is go straight up and then start to curl under. You can see that. So now you're left with like a curl. So just comb that piece out. Make sure you get your roots straight up. And then basically what I'm going to do is just start twisting the iron. That way I get a nice curl under, like that. So you get sort of something like this. One more. Now I want to make sure I get this piece really, really nice, because this is the piece that everyone's going to see. It's the top piece. So you get that really nice and smooth. Curl that right under. Go through that again. Boom. Alright, last piece on this side. So you just want to make sure you go straight up. Curling, and I'm twisting the iron as I get to the bottom. So you get this nice sort of curled, layered look. Alright, so onto the other side. Alright, so you can sort of see what's going on here. Okay, so for the last few pieces, all I'm going to do is keep doing what I've been doing the whole time. So I'm just going to go straight up like that. Then I'm just going to chase it with my comb going backwards away from my face. Yay! Last piece. So, I'm gonna make this one really pretty. And then you can always fine tune and get little pieces like baby hairs, and then you can curl it some more if you like. So sometimes I like to curl the front, or if you have bangs, this is perfect too. So I just take this section and I just curl right underneath, just like that. And I get like a nice curl for my bangs. So to maintain this look, what I normally do is I just wrap my hair at night. Depending on how dry it feels, I'll put a moisturizer in my hair. A very, very light moisturizer, preferably something that is not heavily water-based, because water is just going to revert your hair back. So I like to do something that has a little bit of water, but mostly oil, just to get my ends Alright, so the end result should be something that's really nice and bouncy and shiny. You can see I'm like on my tippy toes trying to make sure you can get the whole view of it.